Hi, my name is Sheel Patel, and today I'm going to be doing a presentation on the key predictors of NBA player success, and specifically looking at which metrics matter most when determining if a player is going to be successful in the league or not. Table of contents. First, I'm going to introduce the topic being explored, then briefly talk about previous works and models that have been created, then the methodology of my model and which data was collected, then the results and analysis, and then conclusion. Introduction. Background. The NBA draft is a critical event in the basketball world, with teams making important investments in players they believe will become future stars and key contributors to their success. Every year, the draft provides an opportunity for teams to acquire new talent, and the stakes are incredibly high. This is because millions of dollars are invested in these athletes with the hopes that they will bring significant value to the team. The draft process itself is highly intensive as a result, with significant amounts of pressure being placed on the team by numerous individuals, including fans of the franchise. Predicting the success of NBA players can be extremely beneficial as a result because it provides teams with a competitive advantage compared to other teams on which players they should draft. Also, it could potentially save them money, as again, millions of dollars are invested into these players. Poor selections can harm the team's financial wealth and their performance during the regular season or into the playoffs. Research focus and objective. The primary research question guiding this study is, what are the most important factors in predicting an NBA player's success in the league? This question is critical for teams and potentially scouts and analysts who seek to improve their draft strategies, and the objective of this research is to identify which specific metrics most strongly correlate with the player's success in the NBA. And this success is going to be measured by the career earnings of that player divided by the number of years that they played in the league. This metric is simple yet useful for a player's overall success and value in the league, and this study will examine multiple different metrics encompassing their individual capabilities on the court as well as their value to the team. By employing multiple linear regression models, this research will analyze the impact of each independent variable on the success metric, aiming to isolate the most influential factors. This approach offers several advantages over traditional models. By focusing on early professional performance in the NBA rather than college statistics, this study accounts for the significant transition players undergo when moving to the NBA. The first 2 years in the league are especially telling as they reflect how well a player adjusts to the higher level of basketball as well as the different pace of the game. And this period also captures the initial development of a player, which can be crucial for determining long-term success. Previous works. People have mainly taken two distinct approaches, using other similar players to measure success and using NCAA statistics. An example of a model being based on similar players and their careers is the Carmelo. Carmelo originated from work done by Nate Silver and his colleagues, and this model utilizes similar players' careers to project the careers of the players being analyzed. The model uses various metrics such as on-court statistics, though the model tends to overshoot their career longevity. Other models utilize NCAA statistics to determine the level of success a player will have in the NBA. However, these models do not account for the higher skill level and fast pace of the game, making the model somewhat inaccurate. Regardless, these models that have been created by these individuals have still provided valuable insight as to which factors are considered most important. Methodology. This research project aims to examine the performance of NBA rookies who are drafted in the first round, focusing on the first 20 players each year from 2005 to 2017. The decision to analyze the specific period was made strategically, as draft classes after 2017 were excluded due to the unique impact of COVID-19 pandemic on the NBA and the shift to the NBA bubble. By selecting 2005 as the earliest year, the study captures a more modern era of basketball while still providing enough historical data to analyze trends over time. The study centers on evaluating each player's first 2 years in the NBA, a critical period during which teams assess their potential and decide whether to extend the contracts into third and fourth years, which are optional. Again, given the structure of these contracts, which guarantee 2 years of employment, This time frame is ideal for evaluating how well players adapt to the fast-paced, competitive environment of professional basketball in the NBA. The data that I collected for this model includes several on-court metrics, which includes points per game, assist to turnover ratio, rebounds per game, steals per game, blocks per game, minutes per game, field goal percentage, three-point percentage, free throw percentage, player efficiency rating, usage rate, offensive defensive rating, and win shares. The success of each player will be measured by their total earnings divided by the number of years in the league. This approach of using a normalized variable will ensure a more accurate measure of success relative to their time in the NBA. To identify which performance metrics most strongly correlate with the dependent variable, multiple linear regression models will be employed using Microsoft Excel, and this analysis will help determine the significance and strength of each predictor, which will ultimately shed light on which early career statistics are most indicative of a player's future earnings and overall success. Results and analysis. So this is the first model that was created, and it had all of the independent variables that I listed in the previous slide, as well as true shooting percentage. As you can see here, the R-square value is around 0.518. The significance F is 1.9299 times 10 to the negative 30th, which indicates that this model is useful. If we look down here at the independent variables, I've highlighted in yellow the two main independent variables that seem to be most indicative of success, which is total points per game and win shares. The three variables here that are highlighted in light yellow do not have a p-value of less than 0.05, though they still seem to be important for the model. The second model that I created included just the 5 independent variables that I mentioned in the last slide. And in this model, it can be seen that points per game and win shares are extremely significant with very small p-values, but also three-point percentage with a p-value of 0.028, which is less than 0.05, therefore making this variable also significant. Steals per game and blocks per game had higher p-values, though steals per game was 0.08, which is relatively close to 0.05. Finally, I created a correlation table on all of the independent variables that were listed. And as you can see here in this table with earnings per year and all of the independent variables listed, you can see how the boxes in dark green, which are total points per game, and win shares correlate most with earnings per year, and statistics such as true shooting percentage and defensive rating do not matter as much when it comes to determining success. Conclusion. The linear regression analysis conducted in this study has provided several important insights into the key predictors of NBA rookie success. In the first model, an array of performance metrics were considered. The results identified total points per game and win shares as significant predictors of success, demonstrated by their low p-values. These statistics, especially points per game, had positive coefficients, indicating that higher scoring averages and greater contribution to wins are strongly associated with increased career earnings and success. The adjusted R-square value for this model was approximately 0.488, suggesting that nearly 49% of the variance in career earnings could be explained by these on-court metrics. Building on these findings, the second model refined the analysis by focusing only on the variables that showed significance or near significance in the first model: total points per game, steals per game, blocks per game, three-point percentage, and win shares. This more focused model confirmed the importance of total points per game and win shares, both of which continue to exhibit low p-values, reaffirming their strong predictive power. Additionally, three-point percentage also emerged as a significant predictor with a p-value of 0.028, emphasizing the importance of shooting efficiency and predicting long-term success. The adjusted R-squared value for this model was slightly higher at approximately 0.498, indicating a marginally better fit, but also highlighting that nearly 50% of the variance in success remains unexplained by these metrics. Limitations and final thoughts. While the regression analysis identifies key on-court statistics like total points per game, win shares, and three-point percentage as significant predictors of NBA rookie success, it is critical to acknowledge that these findings do not encompass the full range of factors that contribute to a player's career trajectory. The R-squared values in both models suggest that many other variables, both potentially on and off court, play a significant role in determining a player's success. Factors such as the quality of the team a rookie joins, the amount of playing time they receive, and the specific role they are assigned can significantly influence their ability to showcase their talents. For instance, a rookie on a strong team might see limited minutes, therefore suppressing their productivity, while a player in a weaker team may have more opportunities to play and accumulate their stats, even if their contributions do not lead to winning. Additionally, external factors like coaching, team dynamics, and personal circumstances also contribute to a player's development and eventual success. So, in conclusion, while the statistical analysis provides valuable insights into the predictors of NBA success, it represents just one part of a much larger and more complex picture. To fully understand and predict a player's success, it is essential to consider a broader range of factors beyond just on-court metrics. Thank you so much for listening to this presentation.